Welcome to Shawnee Union, and this week we're in a local Austin park. Lighting at the house was pretty bad, so I came out here. We're going to be talking this week about the Rollei 35, a zone focus camera. I picked it up at a camera show a couple weeks ago for $40. Really underpriced at that point, but it's a really great camera. I didn't think I was going to keep it, but the more I use it, the more I like it. So let's talk about the camera, a little bit about its history. Originally released in 1966, it was made until 1974. The original models were made in Germany, and then they moved manufacturing to Singapore. The German models are worth more, and this is one of those German models. So next, let's talk about the features and then how to use it. Here's the Rollei 35. You're going to see on the top, shutter advance, shutter. This is actually a release for the lens. And then on the front, we'll go through over that in a second. Here you're going to see ASA speed dial. And this is where you can select or you can set your color frame, like what type of film you're using. On the top, you're going to see a lot of tricky little things here. So here is aperture. And to use it, you have to push down this button right here. So that's how you change your aperture. This side, shutter speed. This, you don't need to push anything down. You can change it as is. To extend the lens, you're going to need to push down this button and pull out. And then lock it. You're going to hear that locking noise too. So that's how you get it out. Then on here, you can change your focusing. So how do you use zone focusing? Let's say we're at f16 and we want to line this infinity dial up right there, the 16. So everything from 2 feet to infinity is going to be in focus. So to distend the lens, you're going to shoot. And you always have to cock the shutter before you can extend the lens. And then same thing, hold it, twist it right, put it back in. That's pretty tricky. So that part is pretty tricky, and it took me a while to figure it out. A lot of people think that the lens is extended and broken, but you just have to do that. So remember, you have to cock the shutter before you distend the lens or put it back in. So I'll go over putting film in here real quick. You're gonna slide this up, then take off the back. Leave it right there. So to load the film, flip this back, put your film in as so. This is just a test roll. The leader here, you're gonna want to go. So now you see that it's good and stuck in there. Then close this, put the back on again. Similar to the Leica. When you want to rewind your film, you're gonna hit this up and then use the rewind crank. Just go for it. Gotta fix this roll. And then finished, roll the back. There you go. So like, do I like this camera? I ended up liking it a lot. I think it's because it's so simple. There's no rangefinder, and it has a little bit more control than a point and shoot, so at least you can see where you're focusing, and you have control over that. The Quirks, a lot of Quirks on it, the distending lens, or the extending, destending lens, takes a while to get used to, and then when it becomes natural, it's pretty natural. Also, a lot of just fidgety stuff. The apertures are a little bit hard to change, the shutter speed's a little bit hard to change, or a little bit difficult to see, but it's also very compact and very portable, so very easy to use and very easy to take around. And then the lens is super sharp too, so the pictures I got out of it were pretty incredible, and I was pretty surprised with it. So I am going to be keeping this version, and I really do like it. So the more I use it, just the more I like it. And the portability is probably one of the biggest things too, but it makes up for all the quirks and makes up for all the issues it has. So let me know what you guys think of this camera, if you guys think it's a nice camera or something you want to try out, or if it's just too many issues with it to use. But thanks for tuning in this week. Sorry it was so roughshod, but it was a tight week. So thank you, and I'll see you guys in next week. Bye.